Welcome to Be Money Strong in Minutes. I'm Brian Halverson, certified financial coach and your guide up the mountain.
And I'm Lorianne. Every episode, we take one real financial situation, one real framework, and break it down in minutes because the right move at the right stage changes everything.
Today, we're talking about the college debt crisis, why parents are starting over at 60. If you're in this situation or you know someone who is, this one's for you.
Yeah, this is a heavy one, Brian. I feel like so many people are wrestling with this exact problem right now.
They are, and it often starts from a place of love. I met a couple, let's call them Renee and Paul. They spent 30 years building toward retirement. Doing everything right. Then they co signed two student loans for their kids. They put college first for about a decade, and at 61 years old, they were basically back where they started, stage one.
Oh, wow. After 30 years of work? That's devastating.
It is. So today we want to talk about why this happens to good, loving parents and, how to make sure it doesn't happen to you. This is our big topic for the month back to school and college planning.
Okay, so let's dive into that story. What did that look like for Renee and Paul day to day?
Well, for 25 years, they had it all figured out. Steady jobs, they'd paid off their first mortgage, and they had a really healthy retirement account. Then their oldest gets into a great school, a really expensive school.
Right, the dream, but also the price tag.
Exactly. The tuition costs more than their mortgage payment every month. So they co signed the loan. Of course they did, right? That's what you do. Then their second kid needed the same thing.
So now they're on the hook for two of them.
Two co signed loans, about $80,000 combined. And to make it all feel manageable, they slowed down their own retirement contributions. They told themselves it's just for a few years.
And let me guess, a few years turned into more.
It turned into a decade, and when they finally sat down at age 61 and looked at the real numbers, their retirement savings hadn't grown, not in any real way. And to make it worse, their oldest was struggling and had fallen behind on the loan they co signed.
So it hit their credit too.
Their credit took a hit, their retirement date up pushed back by a decade. They were starting over. So, why does this happen? This is the trap, Lorianne. Co signing a student loan, it feels like love.
It feels like you're helping, like you're supporting their dream.
But legally, mathematically, it is identical to taking out that loan yourself. If your child can't pay, you are on the hook for the balance, the credit hit, the stress, all at the worst possible time when you have the least amount of time to recover.
So what's the deeper issue here? Is it just about the co signing?
It's deeper. I call it sequential thinking applied to a simultaneous problem.
Okay, break that down for us. Sequential thinking.
Right. So things like retirement, college, and paying off your mortgage, they aren't a checklist you do one at a time. Once you hit stage four or growth mode, there are three goals running at the same time, all competing for the same dollar.
So you can't just say, okay, first I'll handle college, then I'll get back to retirement.
Exactly. You do that, and the math never catches up. You can't get back a decade of lost compound growth. It's gone.
So there has to be a formula then, a way to balance those simultaneous goals.
There is. The formula is actually pretty straightforward. Retirement contributions come first, non negotiably. You have to get to at least 15% of your income.
15% no matter what?
Yes. Then any surplus dollars go wherever the return is highest. Often that's accelerating your mortgage, especially over a zero interest college plan or something like that. College gets funded through the vehicles built for it. 529 plans, scholarships, the student's own work, not by pausing your retirement.
So if Renee and Paul could go back, what would they have done differently with this formula?
Well, if they'd run this formula 10 years earlier, their retirement contributions would have stayed at 15% the entire time. No pause.
And college?
College costs would have been handled differently. A 529 plan, they started early, their son's own summer earnings would contribute, and, maybe a realistic talk about in state tuition instead of the most expensive option. Co signing would have been an absolute last resort, not the first move.
And that doesn't mean you love your kids any less.
Not at all. It just requires refusing to let college first quietly become retirement never.
Okay, so you mentioned the five pillars. Can you walk us through them? What are they? It sounds like this decision isn't just about the numbers, it seems to affect every part of a parent's life.
Of course, the first pillar is financial. It's the formula we just discussed. Put on your own oxygen mask first by funding retirement to at least 15%. After that, surplus dollars go to the highest return goal, whether that's debt or investments. College is funded through things like 529s and scholarships, not by sacrificing your financial security. Simple. Pull your current retirement contribution rate and your current college savings or loan payments. Put them side by side. If your retirement percentage has dropped below 15% to make room for college costs, that's the thing you need to fix this week. That's exactly right. It's not just a financial calculation, it's a whole life decision. In our coaching, we call it the five pillars of the college debt decision.
That's a wrap on this one. If today's episode hit home, if you heard yourself in Renee and Paul's story, or in any part of this conversation, the best next step is free.
It's called the Discovery Call. Head to bemoneystrong.com/discovery call to book your free 20-minute call where we figure out exactly where you are on the mountain and what the right moves are from there. No sales pitch, just a real diagnosis built around your numbers.
Not ready to book a call yet? Take the free financial health assessment instead at bemoneystrong.com/FQ assessment. It takes 10 minutes and tells you exactly which stage you're in and the one move that gets you to the next.
Both links are also in the description. Book the call, take the assessment, or do both. Just take the first step. I'm Brian Halverson.
And I'm Morianne.
We'll see you on the mountain.